Hey everyone, it's Kandi. Having a pool is... How do you explain having a pool, really? You know, as a kid, my dad hated having a pool. We bought a house, or he bought a house when I was like 14 or something that had a pool, and I was so excited. But my dad hated it. He was always like, having a pool is the worst fucking thing in the world. It is constant maintenance. It is a money pit. He could not wait to get rid of that pool and get rid of that house. So here I am 20 some years later, and I have my own pool. And I always wanted my own pool. I thought my dad was just, my dad's not really like a water bug. I mean, we lived on the water when we were really young, and he loved like being in the boat, driving the boat. But my dad is not a swimmer. He just doesn't know how to swim and doesn't really like to swim. Went to the YMCA. It's just not his thing, really. So I chalked it up to that and was like, yes, I have my own pool. Now, it depends on what type of pool you have. Some people have chlorine pools. Some people have peroxide pools, which is what we had as a kid. And I have a saltwater pool. And it does not mean that it's like salt oceany water. It uses a salt process to chlorinate the water. It's supposed to be better for your skin and the easiest to maintain. The reason I have to put all of that in there is for the easiest to maintain part. Because let me tell you something. Maintaining a fucking pool is a fucking nightmare. And my pool's easy to maintain, I feel like. I don't feel like it's like hard, but I feel like I'm a busy person and I don't want to be stuck always watching over and babying a fucking pool. We've hired pool people to do the pool. Just save yourself the headache of bitching them out all the time when they don't come, or they come or they don't put the right chemicals in, or it's not worth that. Just save yourself the aggravation, money, and time, and just do it your fucking self, because we're all capable. It's just, where do you find the time? Anyhow, this video is not about how much time it takes to maintain my pool or how much money it costs, because girl, it costs a lot of money too, but rather how to save you time from spending so much time maintaining your pool. Up until the beginning of the year, we always had an automatic pool cleaner. As a kid, my dad had a whole different system. That's a whole other thing. You don't have to go into there. I realize as I have to get more and more into this that not every system is the same. Everything's different. Some people have complete separate cleaning system, Polaris systems. Other people have electronic. Other people have suction. It's so crazy, guys. There's so many different aspects of it I didn't even realize. But we always had an automatic pool cleaner for my pool. We have used for the last nearly 8 years a Zodiac, I believe, Barracuda G3. We always thought it worked good. We were always like, wow, this works pretty good. I mean, there was a lot of problems constantly. They have this little sucker thing in it that sucks and that you have to replace all the time. I mean, we replace like 4 times a year, and they're like, well, that means your suction's too high or your suction's too low, or we can never get it right. Then there's this little rubbery ring thing around it. It kind of looks like rays, like from a fucking stingray, but like that, like glides across the ground and it makes this noise or whatever, and it goes up the sides, and that little suction thing cleans, and I guess that it's just a piece of rubber. It just rubs around, I guess, gets the dirt kind of up. It did pretty good. We haven't really used a manual vacuum the entire time, really, unless it was like a serious emergency or whatever. We use the brushes very rarely, so it was pretty easy to maintain, except for when it fucks up. When it fucks up, you realize how reliant you are upon that automatic cleaner. So earlier in the year, ours fucked up, and we were like, you know what? We're just going to use the regular vacuum. We're going to use the regular vacuum because let me tell you, we have been through 3 Barracuda G3s in 7 years. So we were like, you know what? We're going to just use the regular vacuum. It's not that bad. We try to tell ourselves, it's not really that bad, right? Like, it's pretty easy. We can just kind of da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's something we do together. No, girl, we were just trying to convince ourselves. So finally, we decide after months and months now, like 6 months of going back and forth on which cleaner should we buy? Should we buy this same kind of cleaner? Should we go with this kind? Should we do that? Asking different questions, researching. I finally got so tired of it that today, just now, we went and bought this Kreepy Krauly Great White, which is what pretty much everybody we talk to recommends for our situation. Really quick, I want to throw out that the last 3 that we have bought online, and if there were any issues, it was always some kind of fucking problem. You could not ever get any warranty thing to ever work on that. The reason I chose to buy this particular item from the store, not online, is because we had an issue with the pool pump that we bought from the store in an emergency situation. We had to pinch a penny here in Coral Springs. Great service. We had an issue with the pool pump that honestly I feel like we probably caused, and they, under warranty, took care of it themselves that day, gave us a brand new pool pump, and it was probably one of the best customer service experiences that I have actually experienced. So between asking questions there and researching online, we decided to buy this one, and we bought it from them because if there is anything wrong for 2 years, I take it to them and they repair or replace it under the manufacturer's warranty. Heads up real quick right now, this brand, Kreepy Krauly, is doing a rebate, $100 rebate off of this item. It depends on how much money you spend, and something you guys need to realize too, if you buy something online and you do not buy it at the price that they will give, like for example, you have to spend $399 on this product in order to get a $100 rebate. So there are places online that right now say sell it for $350, okay? Well, if you buy it for $350, you do not qualify for a $100 rebate. So you're losing $50. Yes, right now, instantly, bam, you're spending $50 less. But in the long run, you're losing $50 by not spending the $399. The reason we chose this model right now, guys, is because instead of having the big, round sucky thing on the bottom, I guess I could show you guys. It has this little brush system right here which goes along the bottom and the sides of your pool and clean it. I feel way better than a little fucking rubbery disc that rubs around it. Also, way less little suckery parts as I have seen, and that makes me really happy. This, I'm pretty sure, is going to have to be probably several times in 2 years. It's a little fucking plasticky belt that I feel is probably going to have to be replaced multiple times. Thank you for warranty. All right, guys, so when you open it up, this, actually we've taken it out, but this was right here in the middle, nicely packed with these two boxes on the side. This was not on this, by the way. Pete has put this on here, but you just pull this out. Each side just has these little cardboard openings. This one had this bag of stuff, I'll say, in it, right? We'll go to that in 1 minute. And this one actually comes with, some of them do, some of them don't. Most of them, we haven't opened this yet. Most of them actually do come with it, but I have seen them when you order them online. I have seen them to where they don't come with the hoses, which you don't want because those hoses are not cheap, guys. We also found out today that the hoses are also under the same 2-year warranty, which is fucking boss, guys, because I can't tell you how many hoses were replaced because we're in the really hot fucking sun. You know, I live in South Florida, so this thing stays in the water all the time, pretty much, and bakes in the sun. Woo, smells like plastic, girl. But yeah, these are your hoses, and they give you all of your hoses for it. It comes pretty much ready to go. I mean, we're gonna have to, latch all the hoses obviously together. But like Pete said, all he had to do out of that bag was put this one little piece on and it's ready to go. And we actually plug it in at the suction valve. I don't know what the fuck that means, guys. It's just what I was told. So we plug it up at the suction guide. It's a suction. There's a little fucking valve on the side of the pool. You just fucking plug it in and it sucks there. I guess you can do it through the skimmer and they give you all these little parts. I don't know what all of them do. That's not my expertise, so I don't know what they all do, but we didn't need any of them. They'll just go into the box of, in case we need it with the manuals and shit. Let's take this bad boy out and get him in the pool. Excuse our dirty yard, guys. We're doing yard work today. But yeah, like, stretching the hose out. Probably. Yeah, you guys, you don't want it too long, I think. Right, babe? You don't want it too long? Because if it's too long, the hose will kink up, guys. So I think you really only want it like as long as your pool, honestly, guys. And then he plugs it into the suction port. We have like a little suction port or suction something there. And you plug it into that. You go turn it on. And there it goes. Kind of shit makes me excited. I don't know why, guys. And so that's it, guys. That's really all you do to get it set up and ready to go. I'll come back later, let you guys know how it works. If I remember and get in the pool later, I will take my other camera and do an underwater video to kind of show you guys what's up.
Alright guys, well I'm with my actual underwater camera, so I don't even know how much you can see of this, but that is the automatic in-ground pool great white cleaner by Kreepy Krauly. I have had it now 4 days, I think, and I love it. I love it so much. It cleaned my pool within like an hour, and I hadn't had one in forever, so I love it. It seems to work great. It's quiet, and it seems to get the job done. One thing I do want to tell you guys is that it is designed, the guy at the pool store said he was like, oh, the only negative to it is that it stays in the deep end for some reason. That is designed to stay in the deep end, actually. We read about it. It's designed to stay in the deep end so that, because that's where most of your debris ends up, at least for us, most of our debris ends up in the deep end. So it spends most of its time in the deep end, that's a good thing, guys. Well, that's all we have for you today, guys. Do you have any experiences with in-ground pool cleaners, in-ground automatic pool cleaners for in-ground pools is what I meant to say. And if you do, what brand are you using and why? As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, be nice to each other, because remember, nobody likes a fucking asshole. Mwah. Bye, guys.
That's okay. Just one time, okay? Oh my goodness, guys. Bye. I gotta go.